The decline of global rules and multilateral institutions does not mean that India need to be forced into mere hedging strategies, because India is itself emerging as an important global power. And India can be that kind of power both because it is big enough and because it possesses attributes that make it an attractive partner for other major powers in the world. First, let's talk about size. India is on track to become the largest country in the world by population, if it has not already done so. Your economy, by any measure, is no less now than the 5th largest in the world, and it is growing more robustly than any other country in that top category. Combine this with your huge landmass and your unique cultural force, and India is unquestionably on track to become a new global power in its own right. Now, I do not say this to flatter, because India does have some significant challenges. Your economic structures, particularly in agriculture, could hold this country back. Also, India's military might does not yet match its economic strength. And military strength in this new dog-eat-dog world is really going to matter. And your influence, even in your own neighborhood, is today challenged, both by China on the one hand and by forces in the Islamic world on the other. But as I've said, India has attributes that make it a desirable partner rather than a target for other world powers. For example, you've long had a productive alliance with Russia. It's something that, as a longtime opponent of Vladimir Putin, I admit only grudgingly, but it is real. India's democratic ethos also makes you a compatible force with the European Union and, of course, even more importantly, with the United States, particularly as you both cannot ignore the nature of China and its long-term threats. India's status as an emerging post-colonial nation also allows you to build linkages with many others in the global south, regardless of their systems of governance. I think, for example, of the Gulf, of Africa, Brazil, many others. So despite this new emerging multipolar global disorder, India is one country that should grow in influence and that should continue to prosper.